Well, hello there, my friend. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. You know, I was sitting here this morning, sipping my tea and watching the birds outside my window, and a thought struck me. Isn't it funny how the simplest things in life often become the most profound as we get older? Like that first deep breath of morning air, or the comfort of your favorite chair. It got me thinking about you. Yes, you. Because I know that if you're watching this, you've probably wondered, like I have, how to keep feeling vibrant and alive in these later chapters. Maybe you've noticed your energy isn't quite what it used to be, or you're thinking about how to make the most of every precious day ahead. That's exactly why I wanted to talk today about something we don't discuss enough. The quiet, everyday habits that don't make headlines, but do make all the difference in how we age. I'm talking about those so-called boring routines, the ones we might overlook because they're not flashy or exciting. But here's the beautiful secret. These humble habits are like little love notes to your future self. Science shows they can add not just years to your life, but life to your years. So today, we're diving into 5 of these unsung heroes, simple, doable things you can start today to supercharge your vitality after 70. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Routines. Really? That sounds about as thrilling as watching paint dry. But stick with me. What if I told you that folding laundry or sipping tea could be powerful tools for longevity? Let's start with the first, one and. It's probably not what you'd expect. Let's talk about the magic of mundane tasks. That's right, those little chores we do on autopilot. Washing dishes, watering plants, folding towels. I can almost hear you sighing. How on earth could scrubbing a sink help me live longer? Well, my dear friend, it's not about the task itself, it's about the rhythm. See, researchers at Harvard found that adults over 70 who weaved light, consistent physical activity into their day, like tidying up or puttering in the garden, have stronger hearts, better balance, and even sharper minds than those who only exercise in bursts. It's not about intensity. It's about gentle, ongoing motion. Think of it like a river. Constant flow keeps it clear and vibrant. Now, I'll share a story about my neighbor, Helen. She's 82, still tends her rose bushes every morning, and insists on hand-washing her dishes. Her doctor calls her the healthiest octogenarian I know. When Helen told me her secret, I move with my chores, dear, like a slow dance. And she's onto something. That daily bending, reaching, and shifting weight builds muscle without straining joints. Try this. Tomorrow, when you're making your bed, move a little slower. Feel your muscles engage. Breathe deeply. Turn it into a mindful moment. No need for marathons. Just let your everyday tasks become your wellness ritual. Which brings us beautifully to our second habit. The lost art of the midday pause. Oh, I know life is busy, even now. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful longevity tools is doing nothing? Not collapsing from exhaustion, mind you, but a deliberate, gentle pause. In our go-go world, we've forgotten how restorative it is to simply stop. After lunch, I want you to try something radical. Sit for 10 minutes. No TV, no phone. Just you, your breath, and maybe the view outside your window. Now, I hear you, but I've got things to do. Believe me, I get it. But here's why this matters. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that regular, brief rest periods lower stress hormones like cortisol, which when they're constantly high, can age our cells faster. My friend Bill calls this his porch time. Rain or shine, he sits on his porch after lunch, watches the squirrels, and sips herbal tea. He says it's his reset button. And at 78, he's got the energy of someone 15 years younger. So how do you start? Easy. Set a gentle alarm for after lunch. Find your coziest chair. Close your eyes if you like, or just gaze softly at something lovely, a tree, a painting, even your cat napping. Breathe in slowly through your nose, out through your mouth. If your mind races, mine sure does. Imagine your thoughts as clouds drifting by. That's it. No pressure, no perfection. Just 10 minutes to let your body and soul catch up. Now, I'll be honest, when I first tried this, I felt guilty. Shouldn't I be doing something? But then I realized, this is doing something. It's investing in your vitality. And that's the heart of all this, isn't it? It's not about adding more to your total list. It's about weaving care into what's already there. Mundane tasks become movement medicine. A quiet pause becomes cellular repair. What's so lovely is that these first two habits are deeply connected. They're about presence, about moving gently through your day, then gifting yourself stillness. And trust me, the effects ripple out. Helen told me her dishwashing meditation eases her arthritis. Bill swears his porch time helps him sleep better. It's not complicated, but it's powerful. So here's my invitation to you this week. Pick one of these to try. Maybe tomorrow, as you fold laundry, you'll move with intention, feeling your body work. Or perhaps you'll steal 10 minutes after lunch to just be. Notice how it feels. Your body has wisdom to tell you what it needs. And you know what? I'd love to hear how it goes. When we come back, we'll explore 2 more of these humble, life-giving routines, including one you can do with your morning cup of coffee. But for now, I hope you'll take this thought with you. The most extraordinary thing about aging isn't adding years to life, but life to years. And you, my friend, deserve every bit of that vitality. You know, after we last talked, I found myself thinking about you, wondering if you'd tried folding those towels just a little slower, or gifted yourself 10 quiet minutes after lunch. I hope it felt as gentle as I intended. Because that's the heart of this, isn't it? It's not about adding pressure, but uncovering the quiet power hidden in the rhythm of your days. Today, let's ease into 2 more of these unassuming routines habits, so simple you might overlook them. Yet science shows they're like daily vitamins for your longevity. And the first one, it's something you already crave, even if you don't always prioritize it. Host, let's talk about the 30-minute connection. Now, I'm not talking about big parties or exhausting gatherings. I mean the kind of connection that feels like slipping into a favorite sweater. Comfortable, warm, and deeply nourishing. Maybe it's a phone call with your granddaughter, while you watch the birds outside. Or sharing a crossword puzzle with a neighbor over tea. Even tending to a pet counts. Here's why this matters so much. After 70, loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a physical stressor. Researchers at Brigham Young University found chronic loneliness can be as damaging to longevity as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But the flip side, just 30 minutes of genuine connection a day lowers inflammation, boosts immunity, and even sharpens memory. My friend Margaret Sharp has attack at 86 calls, her weekly knitting circle, her brain tonic. They barely talk about anything profound, just grandkids, garden pests, and the best pie recipes. But that laughter, that shared silence, it's medicine. So how do you weave this in? Start small. If a phone call feels like too much, send a voice note. If going out is hard, invite someone for a porch, sit, 2 chairs, 2 cups of tea, no agenda. Even talking to your plants counts. They're excellent listeners. The key is presence. Not multitasking, but truly being there. Look into their eyes. Listen without thinking of your reply. That's where the magic lives. Now, let's move to something that might surprise you. The power of a predictable plate. I know, predictable sounds downright dull. But stick with me. This isn't about eating the same bland meal every day. It's about gentle consistency in when and how you eat. Think of it as a loving rhythm for your gut, which, believe it or not, is the command center for your entire health after 70. Here's what the science says. Our digestive systems thrive on routine as we age. Eating meals at roughly the same times each day regulates blood sugar, improves nutrient absorption, and even strengthens your microbiome, those trillions of good bacteria that protect your brain and heart. Dr. Maria Tannenbaum at Johns Hopkins calls it the unsung hero of graceful aging. And the best part? It's blissfully simple. Take my cousin Frank. At 79, he eats breakfast within an hour of waking, always oatmeal with berries and walnuts. Lunch at noon, dinner by 6. No strict diet, no calorie counting. Just consistency. When he started this 5 years ago, his erratic blood pressure stabilized, his arthritis flare-ups lessened, and his energy soared. My gut knows what to expect, he laughs. And it thanks me every day. How can you try this? Start with one anchor meal. Maybe breakfast. Set a cozy place at the table, no eating over the sink. Chew slowly. Taste each bite. Notice how your body feels. If dinner times vary, aim for a 2-hour window. It's not rigidity, it's reliability. Your metabolism, your mood, even your sleep will start to sync with this gentle cadence. Now, I imagine what you might be thinking. Connection and meal times. How are these boring? But that's just it. We often dismiss them because they're woven into the fabric of life. We don't see them as health habits. Yet when done with a little intention, they become profound acts of self-care. Think of Margaret's knitting circle. Those threads weaving together aren't just yarn, they're weaving resilience into her cells. Or Frank's morning oatmeal. That humble bowl is a daily reset button for his entire body. This isn't about adding tasks. It's about noticing the power in what you already do. And here's the beautiful ripple effect. These habits support each other. A predictable meal rhythm makes your midday pause feel more natural. Sharing a simple lunch with a friend covers both connection and your predictable plate. It's like building a symphony of small, sustainable notes that create a healthier, richer life. So this week, I invite you to embrace just one of these. Reach out gently. Call someone just because. Smile at the mail carrier. Anchor one meal. Make it a mindful moment. Set the table. Light a candle. Taste your food like it's the first time. No grand gestures needed. Just tiny shifts toward intention. Your body and your spirit will. Thank you. When we come back, we'll explore the fifth and final habit, one that transforms your evenings into a sanctuary for renewal. But until then, remember this. The secret to thriving after 70 isn't found in dramatic overhauls. It's whispered in the quiet consistency of your days, in the warmth of a shared moment, in the comforting rhythm of a meal savored. You've already got everything you need right there in your beautiful, ordinary life. There's something sacred about this time of day, isn't there? That quiet hour when the world slows down and the light turns soft and golden. If you've been joining me for this little series, You know, we've been talking about the gentle, everyday rhythms that quietly fortify our lives after sex. We've covered how mindful movement in chores, deliberate pauses, heartfelt connection, and predictable meals all weave together into a tapestry of well-being. Today, we come to the fifth habit, the one that turns your evenings into a sanctuary. It might just be the most tender and transformative of them all. Let's talk about the graceful unplugging. Now, I don't mean throwing your phone out the window, though the thought might tempt you sometimes. This is about something deeper, gently signaling to your body and mind that it's time to shift from doing to being. From the busyness of the day to the quiet restoration of night. Here's why this matters so much. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to light and stimulation. That evening news bulletin, the bright screen of your tablet, they tell your brain it's still daytime, disrupting the natural rise of melatonin, your body's sleep hormone. And sleep, my dear friend, isn't just rest. It's when your brain clears toxins, your cells repair damage, and your memories consolidate. The National Sleep Foundation found that adults over 65 who protect their wind down time have sharper cognition, steadier moods, and even stronger immunity. So what does graceful unplugging look like? It's simpler than you think. About an hour before bed, begin turning down the volume both literally and figuratively. Lower the lights. Mute the TV. Set your phone to Do Not Disturb. My friend Ruth calls this her twilight ritual. At 7:30 every evening, she turns off the overhead lights, lights a single candle, and sips chamomile tea while listening to old jazz records. It's like tucking my nervous system into bed, she says. At 81, she wakes refreshed most mornings. No sleeping pills, just rhythm. Try this tonight. Dim the stage. Swap bright lights for lamps or candles. Swap screens for stillness. Read a book, listen to music, or simply sit by a window. Sip something warm. Herbal tea, warm milk with nutmegging thing, without caffeine. Breathe into the quiet. Take 5 deep breaths, letting each exhale be longer than the inhale. This isn't about rigid rules. It's about tenderly escorting yourself from the busy day into the peace of night. Now, let's pause a moment and gather all these threads together. Think of how beautifully they intertwine. Your mindful movements through chores keep your body fluid. Your midday pause resets your nervous system. Your daily connection nourishes your spirit. Your predictable meals steady your biology. And your evening unplugging seals the day with peace. It's not about adding more to your life. It's about deepening what's already there. Turning ordinary moments into extraordinary medicine. The Japanese call this ikigai, the art of finding purpose in the simple, daily fabric of life. And science confirms it. A landmark study in The Lancet followed 7,000 adults over 74 a decade. Those who practiced small, consistent, daily rituals like the ones we've shared lived longer, stayed mentally sharper, and reported more joy than those chasing dramatic health overhauls. So where do you begin? Right where you are. Pick one habit that whispers to you. Maybe tonight, you'll dim the lights 15 minutes earlier and sip tea in silence. Or tomorrow, you'll fold laundry like it's a meditation, feeling your muscles work with gratitude. Or perhaps you'll call a friend just to hear their voice. There's no right place to start, only your place. If you take nothing else from our time together, remember this. Aging isn't a decline, it's an art. And you, my friend, are the artist. Each small, loving choice you make, whether it's breathing deeply over the sink or sharing a laugh with a neighbor's a brushstroke on the masterpiece of your vitality. You don't need expensive supplements or punishing workouts. You already hold the secrets in your hands: presence, rhythm, and tenderness toward yourself. I'd love to hear how these habits unfold for you. Have you tried the porch pause? Did chamomile and candlelight soften your evening? Share your stories in the comments below. Your wisdom might inspire someone else on this journey. And if this resonated with you, do me a kindness. Tap that like button. Helps others find these conversations. Subscribe to our channel too, if you haven't yet. We're here to walk alongside you with more simple, science-backed ways to thrive in these precious years. As the light fades on our time together, I leave you with this thought. Your ordinary days are extraordinary. In the steam rising from your morning cup, in the weight of a grandchild's hand in yours, in the quiet sigh of evening life pulses with wonder. Nurture these rhythms. Trust their quiet power. And know that every day, in ways seen and unseen, you're growing not just older, but deeper. Here's to your health, your joy, and the beautiful, resilient life you're crafting, one simple, sacred habit at a time. Good night, dear friend. Be gentle with yourself.